Previous to this role, I was a groom at the mounted section within West Yorkshire Police, and on a daily basis I saw the fantastic work that they were doing when they got out in the communities and how they could engage with people, and I thought, I want a bit of that. So when the applications come out, I submitted one, and luckily enough I'm here today. I like the diversity of it. No days are the same. When I first joined, everyone said you'll just be walking around, that's all you do, and just walk around. But it's not. You get out what you put in. You can go to community events, community groups, you can get involved in meetings. No matter what you want to do, there's something for everyone. If you prefer going to schools, you can get into schools. If you prefer tackling people in city centres, you can really make the job your own and make it work for you. I think you've got to have patience in this job. You deal with so many different things on a daily basis, and you deal with so many people. No two people are the same. I really like going to schools. Obviously, we do mainly of our work is going into primary schools. We tend to not go into high schools as much because most high schools have got a police officer that's assigned to them. But going into the primary schools, we go in and we can take mini uniforms and things for the really little ones, and then for the older ones we can use assemblies, workshops, and really spread like crime messages and prevention messages towards kids in junior schools. So when you've left training school, you'll be assigned to a division. So obviously I'm assigned to Wakefield, and you get assigned to a neighbourhood policing team. On that team you'll be led by a sergeant and an inspector, and you'll be with police officers on that team, and then you'll be given a ward area which are defined by councils, and then the world's your oyster in that area. But usually every morning we'll come in and we'll have a briefing which is led by the sergeant. We'll go through crimes that have been happening in our area overnight, so then we're aware of people of note to be aware of. Any victims that we need to go see, reassurance patrols, so you can target your patrols to where the crime's happening and things like that. But then also you can plan your meetings, you can plan your community groups, go to coffee mornings. You don't have many jobs where you can get paid to go for a cup of coffee. So whatever you do, no two PCSOs are the same. Everybody will find their own niche way of working. We have a variety of powers. Obviously the main one that we've got is the power of detention. Obviously, like a police officer, we can't arrest people, but we've got the powers of detention for half an hour. So if we think someone has committed an offence, or they're giving us false details, we've got the power to detain someone until a police officer arrives. We've got powers around alcohol, tobacco, some psychoactive substances, some certain parking offences. So there is a lot that we can do. Depending on where you work, depends on the size of the team. You'll have other PCSO colleagues, you will have police officers, and you'll also have your sergeant to rely on. So if you need any help, it's not just your own team that you've got to rely on. If you need help and you're out and about, there's patrol officers, there's officers from different departments that will come and assist you whenever you need it. I like it on certain areas that I can walk down, and when you've been into schools and stuff, and kids are like, "Oh, it's PC Sarah." So, and I think that's great when you can see yourself making a difference. That's what makes the job worthwhile. When I trained at Bishopgarth, which is no longer exists, and it was a 7-week course. I believe now that you're based at Bradford, and I think it's a 9-week course. And on your training, you get a mixture of classroom-based things, as well as obviously your practical skills and your role plays. In that training you'll learn all things about diversity, legislation, your powers most importantly, and then obviously in your role plays getting used to it. Even silly things like that you don't think of, like training on how to use your radio. You'll also have like your officer safety skills to learn how to keep you safe, your defensive tactics. There's that many different things that they'll train you. Once you've left training school and you've been assigned to your NPT neighbourhood working area, you'll be assigned to a tutor PCSO who will then be with you for a couple of weeks just to make sure you know the ropes, you know the area, and you feel comfortable working, and then you can hit the ground running independently. Would I recommend it? I would definitely recommend it. It's a really good role. This is the job that I've been born to do, so to speak, without sounding too cheesy. It's a great role. If you're out there to make a difference to people, then definitely do it. Come and join us. It's really good.